Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. And if this is your first time joining, hello and welcome. My name is Vicky and I love to bring content for those that are entrepreneurs and others that are in network marketing. I love to help those build and grow your businesses online, but my caveat is I like to help you grow it in the most authentic ways possible. And today I've got a really exciting, kind of a different training, and this training can really go for your life, but also for your business. So I hope you will stick around and join us for this training. So let's go ahead and jump in. So if you saw in the title, you're probably scratching your head a little bit and you're wondering why I'm saying forget about goals and let's focus on systems. Now, before you jump ship, let's just talk about this just a couple minutes. I'm going to try not to take too long on this training, and I'm not saying let's completely do away with goals, not at all, because goals are very important. Setting goals are very important, but I want to talk about setting those goals and then setting up systems, building daily habits to help us achieve those goals, and then also to continue those systems to help us succeed in the long run and to create the optimum opportunities to success for long-term success, not just short-term success. And what really got me thinking this and doing this, there's a couple reasons why I'm sitting here talking to you today. There's gonna be a lot going on in the background. I record my videos Monday evening, but everybody's home for Thanksgiving break. I'm sure you guys have some kiddos that are on Thanksgiving break and everybody's pretty excited. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you have going on for Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week, so I hope everybody's got some big plans. I know things are going to be a little bit different this year, unfortunately, just due to the circumstances, but I hope that you could still get some time with your families and things. But anyhow, let's get back to this. So just don't mind the background noise. So what got me thinking about all this? One, I did a training last week on recruiting with Kimberly Olsen, and I'm not sure how many people know her. If you do, let me know in the comments. If you follow her, let me know. She's really big into attraction marketing, but she's also really big into mindsets and creating systems. And then I started a training with my mentor and my director with my network marketing company last Saturday, and she had mentioned a book that I've had on my shelf for some time now that I hadn't even taken off my shelf yet. It's collecting dust. I just haven't gotten the time to read it yet. And she had started reading it and recommended it. And then one of our goals throughout this next month is to start creating daily habits, which I love because it's just all about self-development and self-improvement. And it just got me thinking, like, you know what? I need to read that book. I know it's good, and a lot of entrepreneurs and big success gurus and millionaires and six-figure earners, they read this book and they believe in this book. And so I was like, I'm going to take it off and I'm going to start reading it. And that book is called Atomic Habits. And I started reading it as soon as we had that training that night, and let me tell you, it has caused me to have this aha moment, especially going through that training with Kimberly Olsen the week before. And a lot of the things that the author James Clear says, and then a lot of the things that the training with Kimberly Olsen and then with my mentor, everything just started to click, and I was just amazed. So aha moment, aha moment, aha moment. And that's what really brought me to this training here today. I just felt like, you know, it was all just making sense and it all just came together, and it's like everybody's repeating the same thing. So I wanted to just take some things from this book, bring it to you, recommend reading the book. I will apply a link in the description box below. And let me just go ahead and add, because I always forget, if you do like this training, if you do end up finding value in it, I hope you would like and subscribe to my channel so that you can get all my trainings in the future as well. I do post every single Friday, so you can click that little bell button so that you know when my trainings do post. That was just a little side note, side tangent. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm not saying don't set goals, but what I am saying is without the proper systems in place, all of our efforts into our goals is just really gonna be just burnt energy. And what I mean by this is, what we do is we have this tendency to make these goals month after month in our businesses. And what do we struggle most with in our businesses? When I think about my side business, I have two businesses that I'm running right now that are my main focuses. I run a coaching business, and then I run my network marketing business. And when I think of my network marketing business, and then also my MLM business, or my coaching business, I think about the things, you know, getting new clients, getting new customers, getting and retaining them. So gaining and retaining customers. When it comes to my MLM, recruiting, follow-up with both of my businesses. Do I have a system for my follow-ups? Do I have an onboarding system for when I do recruit? Do I have, you know, my sales? Do I set goals for sales every month? Or do I set systems for my coaching business? Do I have those in place? And when I go and I look at that and think about it and answer those questions, and I'm like, well, I try to set systems in place, but do my systems fail? Do they fail me? So then do I fail my goals every month? And so it's like month in and month out, we're setting the same goals, trying to achieve the same goals. And then are we failing them, or are we achieving them? And then are we just right back at square one again? So I felt like James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, said it so good. Goals are about results you want to achieve, whereas systems are about the processes that lead you to the results. And then he asked this question: if you completely ignore the goal and focus on the system, do you think you would still succeed? And that's when I thought back to Kimberly Olsen's training that I was in last week, where she just kept saying, or just kept talking about having those systems in place for your recruiting or your onboarding, or when you are following up with your customers or your recruits. Do you have systems in place? Because long term, those systems that are in place, those are what's going to lead you to success in the end. So when I thought about that question, when I read that in the book, I was like, yes, because I had just done that training, and she's all about having your system set up. And I'm like, well, yeah, because if you have the systems in place, you set your goals, you will succeed because you've already got those systems set up. So I just thought that, I mean, that was like a big aha moment for me. Like I had said, I just kept having aha moments as I'm reading through this book after going through that training. So then I have to ask, and you can let me know in the comments, do you have daily habits to set yourself up for success when you set your goals? Do you have a morning routine? Do you have an evening routine? Do you have systems in place for your business? Do you have a daily mode of operation, a DMO that you do every day as you're working your business? Maybe you still work outside of the home and you only have little bits and pieces of time that you can work your business. So do you have that DMO that when you have those little nuggets of time that you know, like, okay, I have this little 15 minutes of time here, so this is what I can do. So do you have those little daily activities or daily plans that you can filter that through so that you can have, make those goals and then ultimately have that system set up to where you can lead to success. I think it's very important to think of these systems for your goals, because ultimately what these systems can do is it can, 1, make you more productive, 2, make yourself duplicatable, and 3, ultimately continue to grow yourself in unimaginable ways. So that's what you got to think about. And a couple of things that I really liked in one of the chapters that I had read. So what he was talking about was 4 problems with just focusing on goals. So that he was saying that there's 4 problems with just focusing on goals. 1, winners and losers have the same goals. So he gave an analogy here with sports and athletes. One was an Olympian. So Olympians all have the same goal, and their goals are ultimately to win the gold medal. Well, they all have the same goal, but when it comes to their trainings and their systems set in place before actually going to the Olympics, they're all different. So the winner, they have some type of training or system in place that got them to that goal that ultimately won them that gold medal. Whereas the losers, they didn't have that same training and system set in place. So there's something that differentiates them from, success there. So there's something different in those systems that those winners and losers do. So that's just something to think about. Number 2, achieving a goal it's really only a momentary change. It's only a moment in time. Once you achieve that goal, that's only a moment in your time and in your life. I loved how he put it. When you solve problems at the result level, you only solve them temporarily. In order to improve for the good, you need to solve them in the system level. So you have to look at it big picture. So that's going to be very important, to large picture instead of just looking at the tiny goal. You just have to look at it larger. And then number 3, goals restrict your happiness. And I know I have fallen victim to this myself in the past. And do you ever catch yourself saying, well, once I achieve this, then I can feel this, or once I get to this point, then I can give myself this. So it's so easy to base your happiness off of your achievements and your success, and letting your success determine that happiness. And I feel like, especially as women, we have to try to prove ourselves, to try to be something. And I think that we can so easily fall victim to this, and we just have to get away from that. He says, he had said goals can create this either or conflict. Let me speak my words, right? It's either you succeed and are successful, or you fail and you're disappointed in yourself. And if you're able to put those systems in place to help you achieve the goals and focus on the systems, then you're able to focus more on the satisfaction of the systems working for you. And then number 4, goals are at odds with long-term progress. So like I had said before, goals are just this momentary thing, object, or just, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. I never can think of what I'm trying to say, but it's just this momentary goal, whereas you want long-term success ultimately, and that's what we're all seeking, and that's what we all want. So I had said it kind of earlier, once you achieve that goal, then what? Then we just kind of lose our motivation, and we lose our focus, and we lose our purpose. Where James says the purpose of a goal is to win the game, whereas the purpose of building systems is to continue playing the game. And I loved that saying, because we want to ultimately find long-term success, not short-term success. And so set the goals, but find the system that works to continue on long-term. So like I said, let me get the record straight. I'm not saying don't set goals. Goals are important. They give you that sense of direction that you need, but to make the progress towards your goals, you must have a system in place to help you achieve them. And that's going to be your daily habits. You got to have some daily habits. Do you have any? Let me know in the comments. Post them in the comments. What do you do? And if you don't, is there something that we can talk about and try to work on? Let me know. Is there something that I can... I've got a morning routine that I've done for 2 years now that has drastically changed my life. Cliche as it may sound, it seriously has. It took me some time to really find what worked well for me or best for me. I had to tweak it numerous times, but I have found something that worked and that is still working to this day. And like I said, it has changed my life. It has made me more productive throughout my mornings, throughout my day. It has definitely made me more patient and more kind with my children in the mornings. That's definitely helpful, especially if you could ask them. I have just recently started an evening routine, and it is definitely making my evenings a little bit more calm, a little bit more peaceful. This one's fairly new for me, so I can't give you tons of examples as to what it's doing and helping me yet, but it's something that I'm excited for. I have some work with my business, obviously. After taking Kimberly Olsen's course last week, I'm like, ooh, I got some work to do there. But I have the drive and I want to make the change, because ultimately my fire is helping other people. And for me to be able to help others, I have to be able to have these systems. That's my goal. My goal is to be able to help others as much as I possibly can, coach them and teach them and help you grow and help you succeed. And for me to succeed in that, I have to be able to have these systems in place for you guys. And so that's what I'm going to be focusing on. A lot of my attention and my goal setting and my daily activity and daily habits are going to be focused on that, is in training and development is going to be that, because I want to succeed in that aspect so that I can help you guys succeed more. So that was my big thing. I will again post a link to this book, because so far it has been mind-blowing. So I will post a link for the book below, and I will also post a link for Kimberly Olsen's channel as well, because she has just been such a game changer in my business, and I just think she has been excellent. So you could definitely check out her channel and see a couple of her videos, or see her on Facebook, follow her on Facebook, Instagram. She's pretty much everywhere. So she's huge into traction marketing, which I am too. Be you, be yourself, attract the clients to you instead of being spammy or, that kind of stuff. Be you, brand you. That's very important. So that's all I have for this week, my friends. So until next week, find beauty in the chaos, enjoy in the moments. We'll talk soon. Bye.